Okay, we're finally here. Hey kid, how you doing? God damn, it took me forever to finally do this. I had to do it the long way because I kept fucking it up. Same way I fucked it up in the actual episode. Anyways, we're finally done with this damn side op. Let's drop this kid on the ground and get him the fuck out of here. What do you say? Fucking kids, man. Fucking kids, man. Fucking kids, man. Anyway, laters. That's not funny.
Boss, about the kids. It appears there's a movement among them to organize against us.
What?
I can think of only one person who'd be behind
You know
that.
it.
I'll continue to look into it.
Extraction.
Yeah, you might want to do that because little Eli's bitch ass. You know what he's up to. Anyway, let's go ahead and hit back to the ACC, baby, and see what we should do today. Anyways, welcome back, everybody. Last episode was a sloppy mess of a failure of just, I can't even describe. Just looking back at that episode, I was like, wow, this is like the messiest episode I've done because I kept trying to listen to the fucking cassette tapes and they kept getting cut off because I kept dying. Plus, I was doing missions unstealthily. Someone even said I was doing it GTA 5 style. I mean, no doubt, I was doing terrible. I mean, not that it's easy at this point. The fucking bastards we're killing are, like, difficult and shit. But seriously. Anyway, as of today, at least that I see, the Metal Gear Online is finally alive. So that's one thing that is fun, right? I'm probably not going to play it. But just so you know, it's available to play now, and I have the update downloaded or whatever, but then I installed it or whatever, but I don't care about Metal Gear Online, to be perfectly honest. I'm just here to play the story with whatever's left of it, at least. Anyways, today, what are we doing? First of all, let's go ahead and show that I am developing another part of my platforms. I am now developing the medical platform, part 4. We already finished support and base development and command. So we got 4 left to finish. Medical will be next. Intel may be next after that, and I'll probably do R&D next after that. Actually, I might do R&D next, depending on it's the same resources as Intel. Yeah, I'll probably do R&D next. I should have did R&D right now. I don't know why I didn't. In fact, I have no idea why I didn't. Why didn't I do R&D? I don't know. I'm stupid. That's why. Anyways, today, what are we doing besides listening to some more cassette tapes? Do I have any more yellow side ops to do? There are 3 more to do. Holy shit. Well, let's just do those today then, while we listen to a bunch of cassette tapes, because why the hell not? I'm sure these missions are no different than the 2 I just did, but at the very least, we can pop some more of those cassette tapes in. Now, someone gave me a nice tip that I already should have been using, and I completely forgot about it. I even had it equipped. The rocket arm. Very, very useful. Completely forgot about it. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. And then when somebody said, hey, you should use the rocket arm, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm a dummy-dumb. And someone also said use sleep grenades, which I have developed and used. For some reason, I can't seem to place grenades fast enough for them to make bitches fall asleep before they fucking get out of the smoke or go into the smoke. It's probably just my lack of being able to throw a grenade properly. But regardless of that, I will use the rocket punch because rocket punch is sick, and you can punch out as many guys as you can in the little time that it gives you to, you know, it has a little timer or like amount of battery or some shit. It's got a little bar that goes down. When it goes to 0, the rocket thing goes away. Or if you crash it. It's pretty much like the Nikita missile, but with your fucking fist. It's awesome. And I don't know if I've showed it on screen, but I will definitely show it if there's more of those heavy soldiers in this one. I just don't like infiltrating that mansion. That mansion is a bitch. So maybe we can infiltrate something a little more less bullshit than that goddamn mansion. Speaking of bullshit, time to listen to some cassette tapes. Hopefully we don't get fucking sidetracked on them, like getting cut off and whatnot. And I went back and listened to the ones that got cut off, and I went back and listened to a couple that weren't yellow. But let's at least knock out these ones that are about the kids, because this is what we're currently doing. So let's do it.
Boss, we gave Ralph, that kid who died in the accident, a burial at sea.
That's nice.
The
Very
man in
nice.
charge of that facility has been severely punished. But ever since,
Boss, you need to find those kids who
Shut up
escaped.
about the kids who escaped. I know.
Fighting's
That's what I'm
still
doing.
the only way of life they know. If we don't bring them back, they'll just end up getting
Shut up. I'm
killed.
listening to a tape.
and even violent. And a few days later, several of the kids did a disappearing act.
Uh-huh. This we
They
know.
snuck into choppers and shipping containers and got off
Are there
base.
bears guarding this kid or
Why?
what? The hell?
Your guess is as good as mine. These kids were born in a war zone and forced to grow up as war fighters. If they're left alone, war is how they'll die. But I thought we showed them there are other reasons to live. I never liked having children on Mother Base. But the thought of them going back to the battlefield and picking up their old lifestyle is something I can't stomach. It makes me think of Chico, 9 years ago. We have to get those kids back. Hell, they know too much about our operation. I never expected even the kids to betray us.
Sometimes the children are the most impressionable beings around, if you know what I'm saying. You should have guessed, Mr. Miller. You should have guessed. I mean, if you remember 9 years ago, fucking Chico's the one that fucking punked us. Or at least he helped punk us. Paz was definitely the one. But even Paz was young. Anyway, let's put on another cassette tape while these bears get slowly affected by my tranquilizers. I'm gonna catch me some bears today, baby. Duh, bears.
Snake, you remember the White Mamba?
Of course I do.
Of course, he's been going by Eli since we brought him on base. He was the leader of the child soldier unit we took out of
There
that
we go.
village
One
and
bear
into our
down.
protection. Well, according to the kids you brought back here, all the escapees were especially close to Eli. There's reason to suspect he's behind all 6 escapes.
There we go.
We've already detained him. I'll be questioning him shortly.
Why's that kid gotta be all the way the fuck up there?
Ocelot.
He's probably running from bears.
Of taking an impartial stance with those kids. Question them all you want. It'll get you nowhere.
Ocelot, you get too many kicks from your art of interrogation.
It's not a matter of art.
Gonna climb
It's
this
about
shit like
quick,
Assassin's
minimal
Creed over
strokes of
here.
Psychological warfare. That's what gets the answers. And it's the best way to keep both questioner and subject safe. The risks only increase the more an interrogation drags on. At that point, it causes as much pain to the inflictor as the inflicted.
Like I said, too many kicks.
What I'm trying to tell you is we need quick results. Otherwise, it'll be too little, too late.
I know that.
And besides, I know the subject. I won't go overboard with a kid.
Forget it. You're not needed. Snake, we'll want to question the other kids too. Be sure to bring them all back.
Whole lot of trouble they put us through.
That's the plan. Bringing them all back right now.
Making me worry like that.
Put them down right here. Later. See you back at the base, bitches. Later. Peace. Alright, so that's 3 kids down. 2 more to go. I'm going to go ahead and use the return to ACC to drop myself off at the next one. So I don't have to fucking walk or wait around for a helicopter and waste GAMP and stuff and such and things. Been trying to use the return to ACC more often. It saves me a lot of time. And in between episodes, I did not do much. Just if I didn't state that already. I did do one side op because it was nearby where that other kid one was. I actually ran right through it in the last episode where I ran through where those tanks were that destroyed me. Yeah. Anyways, I went ahead and did that mission, side op. So anyways, that's off the list of things to do, and I'm sure there's plenty more. I'm waiting for another Mother Base soldier one. There wasn't one that I noticed, right? Another Mother Base one. Let me make sure I didn't miss a collect a Mother Base soldier. Oh, there is one. Okay, we'll do that today as well, as long as these don't take too long. So let's go ahead and knock this one out. Ooh, that's a bad place to land. Okay, let's land over here. I don't want to land already in a hot zone. Don't want to land in that hot zone. And yes, I keep bringing the dog because the dog marks where the kid is really fast. Otherwise, I'd bring somebody else. But I know it's a little monotonous to keep bringing the same buddy, but the dog just seems the most useful for the way I've been playing. Because as long as I know where all the enemies are, I can usually handle it. But not knowing where the enemies are is usually where my downfall goes. And yes, Quiet is good at marking them, kind of, but she's not perfect. She can't see them. She can't mark them. The dog can mark all the bitches all over the goddamn place no matter what. He's a goddamn G, baby. He's my G-double-D, baby. Anyway, let's get ready to knock out one more of those children cassette tapes, and then I'm trying to knock out all the tapes that are yellow, or at least the ones that have the yellow markings, because those ones are the more important ones for story reasons. I also really want to listen to the other Pause Diary we have, and there's one about Kazuhira's Burgers or something. We definitely got to listen to that one. That's a must listen. That's must listen TV. All right, let's put on that other child one real quick. Apparently I picked up another song not too long ago. Oh, we got 2 new children ones for each one that we've been picking up. We got some new children ones.
Snake, About the escaped children.
Uh-oh.
Eli confessed.
He confessed.
The way he tells it, they wanted to go back to the battlefield. Don't rob them of their freedom, he said. If you bring them all back, there will be consequences.
Oh, is that right? You think I'm scared of your consequences, bitch?
For our surrender.
Consequences? What consequences?
No idea.
They don't know that he has the damn
know.
DNA thing or
You're
whatever
too
the fuck
attached
he
to those
has.
kids. Stop protecting Eli.
Listen to yourself.
Let me question him, and we'll get some real answers.
Not necessary. I'll
Oh,
report
Ocelot
as
and his
and when.
questioning. Ocelot and his questioning. Alright, let me get inside the area. Oh, this one. Broken building. We've been in here. Alright, let me get in the new area.
Boss, you need to
So
find
fucking
those kids who escaped.
Ocelot can talk about what we're
Fighting's still
doing.
the only way of life they know.
Yes, I
If we
know.
don't bring them back, they'll just end up getting killed.
Yes, sir, sir, yes, sir. Alright, shut your mouth so I can put on another cassette tape about the children. We can move on. This one shouldn't be too bad, so let's just make sure we listen to all the tapes.
Boss, we found weapons in the children's section of the living quarters. As you know, weapons are strictly off limits. We've got some rule breakers. The weapons we found were handmade. Blades ground out of knives and forks, a couple of bow guns built out of scrap, and explosives made using detergents. And get this, the explosives were tightly packed with nails. The kids put the blame on, you guessed it, Eli. I guess that's what he meant by consequences.
I questioned him about it, but this time he claimed they want to be put out on missions. Send us to the battlefield, he says.
Miller, enough is enough. You've protected him too much already. It's my turn to question him.
Protected?
What Eli's doing is issuing a threat. Comply with my demands or I'll respond with force. But it'll be war at this rate. Forks and soap aren't gonna kill us, but some of them will end up dead. Is that what you want? Now, I hate to say it, but they want to be on the battlefield. It's time you gave up this fantasy.
Eli, he said they'd rise up against us if we bring the last kid back.
There, you see? Ignore his demands. Don't let him return to quarters. That attitude is contagious. We'd lose control over them for good.
For the time being, we've confiscated those handmade weapons. We're bumping up security and the number of psychiatric counselors. As for Eli,
He needs some very special care.
you mean solitary?
Well, we can't leave him in contact with the other kids. If you won't do it, I will. Boss, keep working on extracting those kids.
Oh, don't worry. That's what I'm on. That's what I'm working on right now, bruh. Can you see how awesome this silent sniper is now? Man, I never made this good of a use of it on the fucking Peace Walker because for some reason the aiming on it was janky. But in this game, even though I'm not good at the scope on it yet, I'm getting there. We're popping bitches even with helmets on. Just gotta shoot them in the face. General rule, shoot them in the face. Alright, anyway, let me get another tape going here.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Let's just put on the next yellow one. No, actually, let's listen to the ones I said we were going to listen to. The pause one and the hamburgers.
So, as if putting me on stage to sing was not enough, Miller even expected me to write the lyrics. He even said he had thought of the title already. Love Deterrence. As if he had done the hard part. Deterrence. Love. Deterrence. Deterrence is... It is when nuclear weapons prevent war, right? I do not see how love fits in. But
You gotta extract him.
so I just sat and listened to the tape of Miller's backing guitar and the professor's melody over and over again. I guess the melody is more Professor Galvez's creation than Miller's, but on the whole, I think it is actually a good song. First, it goes for your heart with a sorrowful opening, but then you feel
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Miller grew up in post-war Japan. Maybe that is why the song has that kind of balance. Long ago, I heard some Japanese music called enka, I think. It sounded this way. But I wonder why it has to sound sad in the first place.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Doesn't that mean he had a love song in mind? All I see of Miller and women is the way he fools around with a lot of them at once. But maybe he has had his heart broken too. And what about me? I found myself thinking about Chico and Snake as well. I know Chico has a crush on me. So naturally he should come to mind. But why Snake? He saved me, and I feel indebted to him. But I thought that was all he meant to me. Why does my heart flutter when I think of him? It is embarrassing to be unable to control this emotion. There has to be a way to suppress it, to forget it. But maybe that is what love deterrence is? With that thought in mind, I went to my desk and began to write and write. Just 3 days left until Peace Day.
She was writing her love letters to Snake-a-Miss-Potamus. She wanted to bang, bang, bang into the room. Bang, bang into his heart. Bang, bang into his pants. Yeah, we already knew that, though. In fact, there was that one mission where we went on a date with Paz where I banged the shit out of her inside of a box. You guys remember that? It was good times. It's good times. Anyway, let's put on another tape and keep popping bitches until I got all these bitches out my way. I'm only picking up all the soldiers because there's a lot of high-ranked soldiers on these missions. I would love to grab them all.
I have spoken enough. Your men can take it from here. Will you permit me to rest? Have something to eat?
Damn
you
it, that
don't
fucking
eat.
decoy got in the way.
Subsist without food. But there is
Subsist,
more to
you
the
say?
act of eating than nourishment. We receive nature's blessings and reaffirm our part in it. And in doing so, we express our gratitude. Sorry, it's hearing you say you don't need to eat and that you're part of nature in the same breath. Anyway, what can we get you? Not exactly a 5-star restaurant, but the kitchen's used to serving a lot of different appetites. Hamburgers.
He's coming too.
Hamburgers, eh?
Even we didn't have become Americanized. I eat them often back home.
Oh, fuck, they saw my balloon? Who saw my balloon?
We just can't let him go. Well, as far as symbols of the American Empire go,
Oh, those guys over there. I didn't even see those guys. Yeah, fuck
victory
those
of
guys.
capitalism. Your people suffered so much at the hands of America, and you asked for hamburgers.
We have suffered more than you can know. But I do not see hamburgers as an accomplice. A single dish.
This is a funny
providing
conversation about
balanced helping of
hamburgers.
nature's blessings. Meat, grain, and vegetable. How could anyone hate such a magnificent thing?
The guy who can survive on
Agreed, burgers are
photosynthesis.
magnificent.
Balance has nothing to do with it. You just like a good burger.
That is also true. Be warned, though. I have very high standards.
Don't worry.
He likes the best.
I do too. All right then.
Alright,
One good old-fashioned all-American icon coming up.
Haha. Miller's gonna
I
cook
look
a
forward to
burger. Miller's gonna cook a burger. Anyway, I might end up not getting all these guys. We shall see. Depending on how the fuck do you get up to that kid up there. I'm not entirely sure I know. Wait, is there a hole right here? There is a hole, like right. Oh fuck. Well, now we're on the ground. Screw it. Let's throw this guy out here and get rid of him, so I ain't gotta worry about him. Put on another tape in the meantime. Gotta keep listening to tapes so I can get them all done, man. We were falling so far behind and I kept losing last episode. I was hoping to knock out a bunch more last episode, but this seems to be the episode, so let's knock them out. Researching the best burger.
You gotta extract him.
Kazuhira.
Right. Well,
The last one was lacking in every way.
Lacking in every way. That's
The
hilarious.
bun too dry. And the lettuce days old at best.
hey, that was 100% all-beef patty, and no shortening in the bun either.
Nature's blessings. Unadulterated. In hamburger form. Is that it?
Oh my god, this conversation is
When
awesome.
taste falls short, so does our gratitude to nature. Making such precious blessings unpalatable is sacrilege.
I hate to admit it, but I think you're right. I should have known better than to settle for second best. That's why I had him run some more R&D, develop a new burger. In fact, one of our researchers just dropped by with the latest results. Here it is. See how you like this?
We shall see indeed.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
So, what's the verdict? Not bad.
He likes the burger.
But it does not hold a candle to what I ate back home.
Damn. Doesn't even hold a candle, bitch.
You gotta extract him.
I was sure the Kobe beef, but maybe we didn't have enough. If we had any more, we're cutting into our profits. Profits? We'll be taking a loss on every unit. What are you talking about? Huh?
Profit.
Oh,
We talking about the burgers here.
I'll be back with another round of product. I will be waiting.
I await your burger.
Product?
How dare you refer to it in such bitch-ass fashion, in such demeaning fashion. We're talking about burgers here, bitch. We don't refer to burgers like they're fucking products. It's a work of art burger, man.
Whole lot of trouble they put us through.
Anyway, we'll cut it off there for now, cassette tapes, until we're done with this one. And as soon— oh shit, my bad, kid. My bad. I thought I was gonna land on a lower platform. I did not mean to land on the ground. Anyway, let's set this kid down, send him back to the base, get back to the ACC, and get to the next one, because there's still one more to do. Where are we at on time on this episode? Like 20-something minutes? I'm not exactly sure, because I started in late because of the first mission. I started recording when I started doing it. So there was a good 10 or 11 minutes before I finished that shit. We also got more tapes from finishing that one, so that's great. More tapes to listen to. More that we should listen to during these missions, because they are importante for the Eli stuff. And yeah, I'm glad I'm doing most of these all at once, because I was told that I should do all these in a row. And I'm kind of glad we have a lot of cassette tapes to listen to, because it makes these missions okay to show, because they really are repetitive as hell. We've been to all these places already. We've already extracted bitches from all these places, or at least I have, off screen or on, I don't know. But there's already been missions at pretty much all these goddamn spots. Alright, there's no nearby spot. I can only land there. That's lame sauce. Alright, well, I don't want to land in the hot zone. It's alright, more time for cassette tapes, am I right? I am right. Alright, buddy. Let's do this. At the very least, we can start from afar and pop some bitches with a sniper, because you saw how well that worked out there. The sniper is the way to go. As soon as I got my silent sniper, it's game over, bitch. It's game the fuck over. Game the fuck over. Yeah, if I see a guy with the giant armor on, those heavy armor motherfuckers, then we'll use the rocket fist. I thought for sure we would come across them there. Did not. We got only helmeted guys. Popped all those bitches in their domes. Don't have to worry about them anymore. Actually, more like in their faces, not really the dome. The dome is the top of the head. If you hit him in the face, it's a whole nother sitch. But anywho, enough about where I pop a bitch in the face, dome sack. And let's get back to these cassette tapes as soon as I can here. We got a couple new ones about Eli to listen to. Now that we've got our burger conversation out of the way, which was pretty hilarious, must admit, worthy of listening to. Hopefully there's more to that burger thing, because he basically said there would be by saying that that was not a good enough burger. Come back another time, and I'm thinking we will eventually. Anyway, let's get to these other two children escape ones we just
The kids you
got.
brought back to base have laid out the situation.
Okay.
They all escaped to each of their home villages.
Oh,
Or tried to get
I
home
see.
And lost their way.
That makes sense.
Not that homesickness is gonna explain everything we've seen.
Each of their home villages. They were trying to raise troops for the rebellion.
You really think these kids have an armed uprising in them?
You read the report of the security team member who had a rock thrown at him. There'll be a riot if we don't do something. And Miller, this is because you didn't act fast enough.
Fine. I'll admit you were right this time.
Seal off the kids' quarters from outside contact before it's too late.
All right.
Eli said his rebellion would start when the last kid is brought back, right? You better be ready to meet him head on if it really happens.
Yeah.
Yep. Rebellion begins as soon as we get this last kid. We may not even get to the next Wandering Soldier mission today, but if I don't, I will definitely kick off the next episode with the next pause thing, just so you know, depending on what happens after this mission.
We have a responsibility to see that those kids make it. It's not about feeling protective or the pros and cons. I hate kids. That's exactly what I heard from the people who raised me. People who abandoned me, more like. That's the spark that kept me going, you know? I wanted to show those adults what I was made of. Wanted to get back at them one day. Before I knew it, I was all grown up. Never saw it coming. All of a sudden, people treated me as an adult. Some adult I turned out to be. But I feel like if my life had been different, if the adults I knew had been different, I could have grown up better. Yeah, that's it, all right. I wanted to use those kids to test that theory. That's all this was. From their point of view, I'm no different from the assholes who gave me a hard time. When this is all blown over, I'll talk it out with them. If that's still possible. Boss, there are still kids out there. Bring them back safe.
Don't worry, I
Boss,
will.
It's me. Eli's revealed what he wants. He wants to speak with you. With Big Boss. He just said, bring my father here. Eli's too smart for his own good. No way to tell what he's thinking. All we know for sure is his men are important to him. That means we can use the escaped kids as leverage in any
I
negotiation.
don't like that there's no soldiers being marked around here. This is a bad sign. You guys ready for some skulls, maybe?
Rise up, we'll meet them full force. End of story. I didn't want things to turn out like this. We could have prevented it, but it's too late now. If Eli means to take this all the way, he's going to force us to do the same.
Boss, you need to find those kids who escaped. Fighting's still the only way of life they know. If we don't bring them back, they'll just end up getting killed.
Anyway, that was the end of that tape. I don't know if I want to start another tape just in case something happens right now. I'm waiting for some soldiers to be marked, but they're not being marked. Where's the last kid at, man? Okay, there are soldiers. Okay. I was a little worried there wasn't soldiers. I was like, where the fuck are all the soldiers at, man? Well, shit. Okay, now that we found some damn soldiers. There's a lot of fake soldiers down here if you didn't notice. Fucking fake-ass soldiers. Get out of my life. Alright, let's go ahead and put on another tape and let the good times roll, as it were. I'm going to probably snipe a lot of these bitches. Okay, so what do we have left? We got Skullface's objectives. We got some Code Talker stuff. That's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and put on the Skullface objective one that we didn't finish. And we'll go from there. Did I listen to all of these? Let's just go from here.
The ethnic cleansers that Code Talker mentioned, they were in Skullface's
Damn, there's a shit ton of dudes
goal.
up there. Oh, they're all
We have is
zombies.
circumstantial evidence,
Holy shit.
but here's my
Okay, we'll
theory.
have to kill them then,
It
because we
was
can't
Cypher
extract
who
them.
started developing the vocal cord parasites as bioweapons, parasitic weapons, and Africa was the testing ground for them. As Code Talker said, their purpose is the ethnic cleansing of only those who speak a particular language. So they could do a weapon of mass destruction to eradicate specific groups, races, ethnicities, or colonies by the language they speak. Or a kind of absolute language control. Or maybe a tool for those arrogant fools to build some misguided utopia. I can see plenty of uses for them. However, in practical terms, they wouldn't be as dangerous as you'd think. Counteracting the parasites is easy, after all. Cut them out of your throat to save your life, or just don't talk. That also prevents the infection from spreading. So if the international community were to find out about them, they'd no longer be the threat they were conceived to be. In which case, their targets would be limited to minority groups as a deterrent or a terrorist tool. It's hard to imagine Cypher
How do I
developing
get up
something
there?
like that as a main weapon for their arsenal. That leads me to think we've only tugged on one little thread in Cypher's grand tapestry. An obscure corner of their work, possibly forgotten altogether. In any case, things changed. When Skullface was forced to relocate to Africa and he saw that thread dangling. All the time he continued that research, he was secretly following his own agenda. The ethnic liberator parasites. His English language strain. Skullface said there were only 3 samples of the English language strain parasite, and I think we can believe him. Bringing his ethnic liberator's plan to fruition depended on creating an English version of the vocal cord parasites at all costs. But an English strain would have been useless to Cypher. Worse, it could have destroyed everything they'd built. It was the one type they couldn't allow. That means Skullface was forced to develop his English strain out of sight of Cypher's network. Naturally, he couldn't use the greenhouse facility Cypher had set up and filled with guinea pigs. Skullface must have found some secret place to create his precious few English parasites, hiding all evidence like a man cheating on his wife. Somewhere, an entirely standalone environment. And when his plan entered its final phase, he must have made the place disappear. Some little room, could be anywhere, but now nowhere at all. We'll never know where he did it, but to elude Cypher's surveillance, it couldn't have been big. I believe Skullface was telling the truth. There were only ever 3 samples of the English language strain. Why activate Sahelanthropus in Afghanistan? This is how Skullface wanted things to play out. The Soviet Union secretly develops a new type of nuclear weapon, successfully deploys it in Afghanistan. Revealing the existence of Sahelanthropus results in a return to the glory days of the Cold War. The threat it poses reignites the nuclear arms race between the world's major powers. The demand for nuclear weapons increases around the globe. What if you then introduced a nuclear weapon anyone could get their hands on? Non-nuclear nations, militant groups of all shapes and sizes, they'd all jump at the chance. Sahelanthropus was a marketing tool to sell nukes all around the world. But I think it's safe to say that plan was stamped out before it got up and running. The world's intelligence agencies never did turn up anything conclusive on it. After all, Sahelanthropus vanished before word could spread. Everything that's happened is already a fading memory, never to join the pages of history. Except for Cypher. Cypher won't forget. They'll already be working on something, quietly, beneath the surface. They'll use the pieces of data scraped together from this incident to build their own bipedal weapon. It'll take them a long time to complete it, but for now, the greed sector have found their new life's work. We'll have to be ready too.
Indeed they will. Okay. I just wanted to finish up that tape before we picked up the kid and finish this mission off. Because there's... Oh, we're just going to return to ACC. And probably go back to Mother Base unless the cutscene kicks in. Which very well may be. But it might only kick in... Oh my god, did I just do that? Son of a bitch tits.
Boss?
Be right back. Okay, here we go, god damn it. Let's get this kid out of here. And let's do this. I'm ready. I'm ready to see what happens when we extract the last kid. Does a cutscene happen? Do we kick the cutscene in by going back to Mother Base? How do we activate this shit?
I have a quick report for you here. We've discovered a radiation leak in the laboratory on the quarantine platform.
Oh, great.
It's coming from testing equipment we installed the other day. Members of the medical team have been conducting research there.
Great.
We'll evacuate them all from the research block to the containment block next to it. Emmerich.
There's no need to worry. No radioactive material is leaked, so the contamination won't spread. We just need to seal off the testing equipment.
Okay.
I've dispatched the security team to get the researchers out. I'll keep you updated.
Sounds okay, I guess. Alright, let's go to ACC and head back to Mother Base because I really want to see what comes of this whole situation. I wonder if I should go do this Wandering Base Soldier one real quick if a cutscene doesn't kick in. Because that way I can have that picture ready to go for later and we can listen to another cassette tape. I'm trying to think, where are we at on time? I actually don't really care. We can go ahead and have a long one or whatever.
Boss, I have a quick report for you.
Is this the same report you just gave me?
Discovered a radiation
Yeah, it's
leak
the
in
same report you just
laboratory
gave
on the
me.
quarantine
Don't care.
platform.
Don't
It's coming
care.
from testing
Don't
equipment
care.
we installed the other day.
Let's actually go do this
Members of the
Wandering
medical
Mother Base
team have
Soldier
been
one real quick.
conducting research there.
Because I want to
But we'll evacuate
get it
them
out of
all
the way.
from the
Wait, where'd it
research
go?
block to the
Thought it
containment block next to
was...
it.
Oh, it's right here. Alright.
Let's
Let's go do this real quick.
No radioactive
And,
material is leaked,
get it
so the
cracking. Shut your
contamination
mouth,
won't
Huey.
spread. We
Shut
just
your
need to
goddamn
seal off the
mouth.
testing equipment.
No one cares. Already heard it. I know the save thing got killed because I freaking went back to ACC, lost our little checkpoint or whatever. Doesn't mean we have to listen to your garbage one more time. If I have to hear your voice one more time, I have to hear your voice one more time. If I had to hear your voice one more time, the music will have me feeling so free. And it's time to celebrate. To celebrate and dance so free one more time. Whew, okay, here we go. Gonna get that Wandering Mother Base Soldier real quick, and I'm glad I brought Mr. D-Dog with me on this one too. This will make this a swift op, as it were. The Swift op. Now, is he going to tell me that fucking update one more time, or can I just put on a cassette tape now and get it over with? We're actually pretty close to done with cassette tapes, to be honest. We've listened to most of them. All I have is the rest of Skullface's plan and more of the Code Talkers bullshit, so I really don't have much else to listen to. I don't think any of it's yellow, right? Let's make sure what's yellow that's left, because if there's any yellow ones, I should listen to those. The Code Talker ones aren't yellow, so I really don't care about those as much. The Skullface one, part of that is yellow. So we should probably listen to the rest of it. We did listen to the rest of these three. We need to listen to these 3 and 4, which are actually not yellow. So the rest of what I have left that we haven't listened to are yellow. Yeah, those other ones aren't marked as red because, or listened to because we, I don't know, because I died falling off that cliff. So everything I listened to in that last side op is gone in terms of being completed. Anyway, let's get this damn mother base dude back home, and then we can move on with our bad selves. Let's put on a cassette tape. We have at least time for at least one, I'm sure. So let's just put on a Code Talker one just to get that shit out the way.
There's something I've been wondering.
Mark
Why
the
are you
dude,
called
dog.
Code Talker? During World War II, the U.S. military used the languages of different tribes, including the Navajo.
There he is.
Codes,
I see
right?
him already.
I know the term
Easy
Code
peasy.
Talker was used to mean people sent to the battlefield to speak in those codes.
Oh, can't climb that.
Were you one of them? Our mother tongue was indeed used for war. But I did not go. I was already over the conscription age.
What the? Oh, god damn it. Wake up! You fucking hit me perfect with that shit.
Codes that were spoken. So in a wider sense, you could call me a code talker for that. Navajo is a complex language.
Dog, you better find
Virtually
him.
no one outside the U.S. speaks it. They must have thought it was the perfect language to use as a code. Yeah, in the end, the Japanese never cracked it. The cipher is king in information warfare. Of course, they didn't simply speak in Navajo. They created substitutions for words according to a code.
God damn it, he got me again. Fucking asshole.
And then translated those into our language. Young Diné was sent to the front lines of the Pacific Theater as code talkers.
Why's it gotta be on the other side of the goddamn cliff?
They were the pride of our people. But I cannot say this history brings me joy. Words are alive. When they're spoken, life is breathed into them. They become a part of the listener. Our words were transformed into lifeless ciphers and used for war. This, after the Black Ana spent generations suppressing the language. Yeah.
Bitch ass.
I'm sorry. I guess we shouldn't be calling you Code Talker, huh? No, I do not mind.
That's the target.
Called me Code
I remember him. He was off base during the
Fucking
attack
asshole.
9 years ago. Bring him home, boss.
I am the same as those young warriors. Used for a cipher's sake.
He's coming too. Roger that.
The name, Code Talker, is a lesson carved into my being.
Fair enough. We learned a little bit more history about the old man and his code-talking ways, about his ancestors, now it was used in war, and all that mumbo-jimbo-jambo that we already know. Well, I don't know how many people actually know about that. There's movies about it. Have you ever seen Wind Talkers? I'm not sure if that's exactly what he was referring to, but it's very similar to that. They use the Indian languages to, basically, as a code, in a sense, because nobody else understood it except for the other people who use that language, the other Native American people, I guess you can call them. Anyways, let's return to Mother Base and see what happens. If we can land at the medical platform, perfect. If we can't, well, then we'll see what cutscene pops up. But let's try it anyways. I'm kind of excited to see what happens here because I'm thinking Eli's little bitch ass is gonna start this rebellion that that Mr. Miller and Mr. Ocelot are worried about. So let's find out, shall we? I'm kind of excited to see. I could have cliffhanged your asses. Like, check out all these side ops for an hour. Now, we'll do story next time. No, I want to see what happens now. Right now. Right now. Yep, we're starting it off with a cutscene. We'll get back to pause probably in the next episode then. That's fine. There's an alarm going off. That's not good. That's never good. Or is the alarm going off because of the quarantine thing? Ooh. Yep. fucking asshole released it. Uh-oh. That's bad.
Hey. Eyes on Kazuhira. A message from the parasites.
Okay. Miller's gonna fuck everything up. That's kind of what I already figured was gonna happen anyways. So wait, that's it? No cutscene or nothing? No cutscene, huh? Okay, well, let's get over to that med platform then. Fuck it, let's do the pause thing now. I thought there was gonna be like a real cutscene. We might have had to activate that one to get the real cutscene. Whatever. I'm down for that. We can live with that. So let's go over to that med platform right quick. Go talk to Paz, throw him in, and then we will end the episode. Hopefully this will unlock another Wandering Mother Base Soldier one, and I'll do that off screen, and we can start the next episode with another pause thing. Wouldn't that be sweet? Of course, I will not come back here unless I'm ready to record, because there may be another cutscene when I leave and come back here. We shall see, though. We shall see. In the meantime, let's go talk to motherfucker. There actually might be a side op where I'm supposed to go to my quarantine platform, because the quarantine platform is actually separate from the rest of my platforms, if I haven't pointed that out, even though I did notice that. Because that one episode where we put the man on fire in his little quarantine, he's actually on the quarantine platform, which I had never been to before until after that mission. But we'll talk about that more at another date. Let's talk to Paz. Hey, yo, Paz, baby. How you doing? How you doing, girl? What up with it? Here's another thing for you to look at. Here's another photo. Photo.
The Costa Rican Sea. It is
It's so
so
beautiful.
beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Costa Rica means rich coast.
Oh, does it?
Please, please, get them out of my country. Them? Huh? Who was I thinking of?
The bastards.
It was...
You're so close.
And
You're
then
so close.
No, that is not right. But I am an angel of peace. I am a student. I'm sorry, Snake. My head hurts. Could you let me rest?
Yes, yes, I can. By the way, here's all the photos on the wall. I just noticed you had them on the wall. That's pretty cool. Alright, so that'll do it for that photo, and that'll do it for this episode. So in the next one, barring any other cutscenes or anything that pop up here in a moment, yeah, I'm going to call that a wrap for the day. In the next episode, we shall do something, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll do something. I almost feel like we should go ahead and get on the... whatever. We'll get on the helicopter. Whatever.
Please select a landing.
Just get on the helicopter, bro.
Landing zone.
That way I can show or let anything that's going to unlock from being back on the ACC unlock. And then we'll know what we're going to do for next episode. Besides, hopefully getting another pause tape or picture or whatever. But I think as for cassette tapes, I think I'm going to call that done. Because everything that I have in here is not yellow anymore, and I really don't care to hear about it all on screen. Like this stuff, I'm not really that interested in hearing about all of it. I mean, I will listen to it, all of it, don't get me wrong, but none of it seems that amazing. Like, we might listen to this one. Secret recording of Skullface and Code Talker, that one I'll save. The rest of them, I'll listen to off screen maybe. I might keep those last two Skullface ones since there's only a couple. But the rest of the Code Talker stuff by himself, I'm not that interested in his history. I'm really not. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. Only if it pertains to the story, not his actual background. His background is pretty clear what kind of guy he was, sort of. I mean, maybe we don't know everything about him, but we know enough. I think I know enough about the old man. But anyways, like I said, it's going to wrap up the episode as soon as we get back to the ACC. I want to see if there's any new side ops that pop up that are relevant to bring up for next episode. Maybe we'll do one of those before we come back to pause. Maybe I'll do some Wandering Mother Base Soldier stuff. Maybe I'll do a bunch more other side ops. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It all just depends on time. time constraints and what, Nizzle. You know what we do up in this fool. You know what we do up in this fool. You know what we do up in this fool. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with these episodes being slightly on the long side, close to an hour, if not an hour, just because I'm only doing them every other day right now. So I'm sure those of you who are still watching this LP are like just kind of waiting for me to get to the stuff that's relevant to the story. So I'm trying to get there. Don't worry, I'm trying to get there. Anyway, side ops. It doesn't look like there's any yellow ones, so that's cool. But is there another mother base one to do? Or, you know, let me just go to the all and see if there's any mother base wandering. Nope, there's no new one that popped up. It's fine. It'll pop up eventually. I might have to do some more story stuff or whatever. I'll definitely, if I have time, I'll do more of these side ops that I have left. There's some more eliminate stuff. So yeah, we can do all that shit. One of these days I'll actually get back to the mother base and do all those targets that I need to do, but we're not going to worry about that right now. In the next episode, I actually might do this one, which we still need to do. In fact, I might do this because this might actually trigger what we need to trigger to continue on with the story, because I kind of forgot I still had this mission to do. So we'll do this in the next one. I probably said I was going to do this one today, but I didn't because all those damn side ops. Sorry, we got a lot of cassette tapes out of the way. That's all I really wanted to do. So anyway, tomorrow or the next episode, whatever, we'll do that mission probably and then go back to Mother Base, and I'll see you guys then. Peace!